Hi, this is Timothy Schutte with Exit Realty and Associates. Welcome back to my video blog. Today we're going to talk about the best things we can do to add value to your home. On the inside, I think it comes down to both first impressions, but also what is that wow factor, what draws people in. And one of the things I would say is you want to avoid expensive mistakes. Those mistakes include going to high-end cabinetry, high-end items that you don't get the same equivalent price dollar for dollar back on that item. So if I can put in a kitchen that is $50,000, or I can put in a kitchen for $20,000, you're more likely to get your value back on the cheaper kitchen. And it really comes down to what your home's price point is, quite frankly. But also, when I look at it, it's like when you see a builder grade item and you see what flippers use for it, they're on the cheaper end typically, because that's what they get their best value out of. And it's like they have that experience in multiple homes doing that. And that's what I would recommend if you're at a lower price point or upper price point home. That does change on the upper price point home. Second thing is curb appeal and first impressions. Okay, so what can you do to spruce up the exterior of a property? I was showing a house yesterday to a buyer, and we walked up some pretty steep stairs that were cracking and moving. It's like that wasn't a great first impression, but then the deck boards were basically rotting out. And I was like, that would have been a fairly cheap first impression to fix and to clean up that exterior of that house. Okay, it's important to look at that. What does your landscaping look like? What does the exterior siding? Is there some paint that you can do, or is your garage door beat up? Changing that. Those are some items that really can spruce up the exterior first impression of your home. And lastly, it really comes down to hiring the right contractor. Finding somebody off the internet that doesn't have a relationship or isn't a referral can be more expensive than those that are connected and are referral based. And one of the things that I've found is, like, I can find a contractor that will charge $10,000 for something and somebody would charge $2,000. It depends what their overhead is and what their costs are. And it really depends on getting the best value out of that contractor's time and labor and everything else. If you have any questions about today's topic, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help. This is Timothy Schutte with Exit Realty and Associates.